the Karens again.
Yes, the Karens are back.
And I disappeared for a second and then came.
So today we're going to talk about classical music again, orchestra and composers. We're going to be talking about Igor Stravinsky. Abigail, please show the picture. This is Igor Stravinsky. All right, I'll take it back, please.
He looks kind of weird.
Yeah, well, he's, it's black and white photo, Here's the color one. Put the little picture. There's a colored one of him. All right, can I see that, please? Okay.
He still looks weird.
So, listen up. I have some info on this composer for today. So, born outside the Russian capital in 1882, at a young age, he studied music theory and composition. Despite his desire to continue a musical career, he attended law school. And so he was actually part of a musical family. His father was a composer himself, but his father didn't want him to compose music. He wanted him to take law school. Would you want to go to law school, Joe? No! All right, so after he went to law school, he met with another composer after his father had died, and he said that he wanted to go ahead and get rid of law and then go right back into music. So, Stravinsky developed a new musical element made of clean orchestral instrument with an emphasis on irregular rhythms.
Like the harmonica.
No.
Or the tin whistle.
So he was famous for many compositions, but he had three that he was really known for. One of
them's the harp.
No, he was known as for the Pertushka chord. So the Pertushka chord.
Is that?
Listen, we are not musically inclined.
Yes, we are.
Right. So a Pertushka. Okay, I'm going to try to play it for you. Hopefully you can hear it. But basically, what he did was he took two chords that don't sound good together, and he put them together. It's like eating a turkey sandwich with ice cream.
Or
in the same sandwich. So he ate both of them.
Or pizza and tacos.
That's what he did with music. So let's see if you can hear it. Ready?
Double tacos.
All right, listen up. Ready? Here. So that's what it kind of sounded like.
The way this chord is written in the back.
Okay. So he was known for that, and he played in ballets. His orchestra played in ballets. Please put that down. Okay. So he was world renowned for his stylistic diversity. When the romantic When the romantic style in his work started to become more modern, he then turned his music to a simpler sound and later would go on to experiment in neoclassic and surrealism music styles. Stravinsky is considered one of the most influential modern composers and wrote countless concerts, ballets, symphonies, and operas. The one that he is known for that we're going to study today is called The Rite of Spring. Joseph, do you know what The Rite of Spring is?
No idea!
So some people may not like The Rite of Spring because he took music and changed it. People were used to the romantic period. And then Debussy, I think that's how you say his name, last week, who we went over, he was the transitional phase. So it was more quiet and peaceful. Please stop. So the Rite of Spring has a lot of, it starts off with the bassoon. So I'll show you what a bassoon looks like. Abigail, may you point to this picture. Hold it up and show them that that's the bassoon. That one right there. That is the bassoon, and that is the main, along with violins and other instruments. That is the main instrument that he starts off with. And this is actually part of the woodwind group, which we're going to be learning about, or if you've already heard about the woodwind group.
I think he's also a specialist in harmonica.
No, he is not. Although he could probably play a harmonica.
What about tin whistle?
All right, so one of the things why people like Rite of Spring or don't like it is some say that it's a cacophony. All right, so as you're going to be going through your map, I'm going to ask some of your CC kiddos should know what a cacophony is. We haven't done tin whistle yet, but Joseph, do you know what a cacophony is?
A cacophony is a whole bunch of sounds put together in...
I'll play it at once, so it makes a really loud noise. So we're going to demonstrate a cacophony for you real quick. Wait a minute. Wait. All right, ready? Okay, that would be a cacophony.
And that's a
Cacophony.
cacophony.
So I have this handy dandy little map. I don't know if you guys can see it. Miss Katie, I believe, is going to put it on the underneath the YouTube website or on Facebook. And so as you go through this with your kiddos, so please sit back. One of the things that I will do with them is I'll have them kind of follow this map and go along with it to see if they can hear the different instruments. We don't, like I said before, we don't know much about music, so I'll try to have them maybe draw what they're feeling during that time, or maybe just listen. It's about active listening and just trying to listen for those different instruments from the different sections of the orchestra. So like here, we have the strings, we have the woodwinds, we have brass, and we have percussion. Okay?
Percussion. I've never heard of that, honestly.
Yes, we did. We did last year. So those are your pianos and your drums, and
Oh,
we'll keep going more into all of that. Okay?
The strings.
No, that's these. The strings are the violins, and
And the
the
guitar.
The
Wait.
harp.
And
All right.
the guitar.
So let's see if I have. Oh, another interesting fact about the rite of spring is that it started a riot.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So because this was very different, he played it in a ballet, and the crowd actually started booing the orchestra. They were booing them. They were throwing vegetables at them.
Wait, that's actually a thing?
Yeah.
I thought
It
it
was
was
a
only thing.
mini.
Boo!
It was a mini riot that they had.
I thought it was only in movies.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
So in I used this this classical music for the dummies, right? So I'm going to read this piece. His music for this song, right, offers the sonic impact of a baseball bat in the gut.
What?
Exceedingly harsh, with short, repetitive melodic fragments, sudden jarring dissonances, instruments screaming at the edges of their ranges, and hideous pounding, brutal rhythms. In short, it's great. Some
What?
people love it. Not everyone hated the performance, though. The audience included some of the leading artists in Paris, including Claude Debussy, who we learned last week. So he was the French composer, and he was there, and he loved it. It was an energetic and enthusiastic. Unfortunately, like I said, there was a riot. Fist fights broke out. People scrambled over each other to get out of the theater.
And went boo.
At least one person challenged another to a duel. Stravinsky himself ducked out through a window in a dressing room and pretended to join the rioting crowd outside.
Wow!
But only a year later, the music from the ballet was played in a concert performance, and the audience stood up and cheered. Go figure, right?
Wow, that's a change.
Yeah,
A
so
very
they didn't
big
like it
change.
because it was change. Sometimes it's hard for us when we have change to actually like it and think that it's a good thing, right? So apparently it was a good thing, and people actually really loved it. And actually, the Rite of Spring is in many movies.
So
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Fantasia, but
So
that
Now
is
what?
Fantasia. It's a movie that Disney put on, and it's actually in there. I could you could probably YouTube it, and it's images of like dinosaurs
Mom.
fighting, and but that's
Wait,
part of
what?
the Disney movie.
We gotta
Yeah.
look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it.
today.
So I hope that, let me see if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about. He did later on, he kept composing different things. I think I read that he tried to change I think it was the national anthem, but that fell through. He couldn't change that. But he was definitely known for the Rite of Spring, and that was his most famous composition. So I hope you guys think that it's interesting and really cool. And I'm trying to think. Oh, he ended up dying at the age of 1971.
Well, out of nowhere, you just say, "Oh, he ended up dying."
Well, he did.
He died. Rip. Rest in peace.
So nothing, like I said, nothing Stravinsky wrote ever achieved the musical importance of the Rite of Spring. And he died in New York. So I hope you enjoy listening to
New York
Stravinsky.
City or New York?
It just says New York. All right, so goodbye. Hope to see you guys next week.
Bye.